is how to deal with losses whilst you still have matches left to go.
Mm. Um, I just finished a really good book called The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle,
Mhm.
and I feel like the sooner the so we're here now, right? And the future is anxiety and the past is depression or whatever. So I feel like the sooner you can actively release the past, like you don't bring that into the future, right? So then we're in the now, we've released the past, but now you have that little devil on your shoulder saying yeah, but you're just going to get submitted the same way before. And so the releasing of the past is important, but then also the releasing of I don't know what the future is going to be like and just coming into the present. I don't know. I feel like I've done that without the framework or philosophies. I've just done that just through competing a lot. And I think it's just so important to just let go of what you think it's gonna look like or anything like that, because it's gonna be what it is, And actively though, letting go of I lost, made a mistake. Cool. I like John Jock said to me, you either win or you learn. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when you win, you learn too. But when you lose, it's not losing, it's learning, right? So as soon as you can reflect that and get somewhere, there's 100% as soon as you lose, pick up one thing from that and you're gonna be like, wow, I'm growing into the next version of myself. And then the anxiety I think can be settled by being wow, this is another I'm grateful for the next opportunity I get, and then let's see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. It's the Iowa,
Mm.
wrestling
Mhm.
team. I think
Yeah.
it's the Dan Gable philosophy and
Yeah.
commentary brands pushing that down obviously to the next generation is get the next best thing is their
Yeah.
mentality. And that's a
Mhm.
great slogan. I love
Yeah.
that. Get the next best thing.
Yeah.
And that's all well and good, right? That's a philosophy, but how do we put this into action? So if I give you here mental tools, you lost your match, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be gutted.
Mhm.
All right. You're not going to be happy that you lost. That's for sure. So
Yeah.
first thing is that if you have a match coming up, we need to get the next best thing, right? So
Yeah.
we have this
Mhm.
quick bounce back ability to bounce back as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah.
The first thing I would archive, right? I would archive it for now. I will come
Yeah.
back to that later,
Mhm.
and I would have a routine for in between matches.
Yeah.
This could be a 5 minute routine. This could be a 10, 15, 20, 30
Yeah.
minutes, depending how long it is. For some people, we might have hours in between matches, and then you might redo your
Yeah.
pre-competition routine. But the whole idea is we need to flush. We need to
Mm.
flush the performance.
Yeah.
But before you can fully flush the performance, you have to learn from it. Exactly what you
Right.
said. So here we would archive because there's not much law learning that you can do in 5 minutes. You just have to,
Yeah.
hey, switch on to the next one,
Mhm.
go into your routines, and go back into giving all out effort.
Yeah.
Again, don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process.
Yeah. I think pulling exactly what you're saying, pulling it from just you give yourself a chance when you're if you just I lost, I'm such shit. Dude, you lost, but let's transform that right now. You know what I mean? From that, I don't know, because it's just so easy to negative thought spiral. You know what I mean? I think just being wow, what if the guy I'm gonna fight next does the same exact thing? Can I shift? And whoa, that gets you excited. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's see.
Yeah, it's there's a great thing that baseball is one of the biggest sports where they focus on the mental side,
Yeah.
and every single baseball team has a sports psychologist on staff. A
Mm,
lot of baseball players work with sports psychologists or mental
yeah.
performance coaches, even outside of that.
Hmm.
But a lot of teams, there's a couple of teams that they have like this um, toy toilet, right, in their
Yeah.
dugout. So when they come in, it doesn't matter if they had a good inning or if they had a bad, or good at bat or bad at bat, right?
Yeah.
And when they come into the bullpen, the bench, if you like,
Yeah.
they will always flush the toilet to let it go, good or bad,
Mm.
because that's gone. You said, hey, that's
Yeah.
that's history,
Yeah.
right? So now it's time to focus. Either had a great performance or a terrible performance. Every performance is good and bad, not good or
Yeah.
bad, right? So that's one thing that you need to consider. But
Hmm.
you need to flush as quickly as you can and get to your process to
Yeah.
get ready for the next match. That's your only job. And then go and execute your controllables, give everything that you have, high controllables, execute those, flush that next match, whatever it might be, until you're
Yeah.
done for the day. And when you're
Hmm.
done for the day, that's when you can do the learning. That's when
Yeah.
you take pen. Simple steps. What did you do well? Write three things or all the things that you can think of that you did well in that competition.
Hmm.
Write one thing that you can do better, one thing that needs work, and then make a plan how you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And then score your controllables that we spoke about, your
Hmm.
effort, your competitiveness, and your body language from 1 to 10.
Hmm.
Once you've done that, now you can go and flush, right? And there's a
Hmm.
couple of ways you can do this. You can go and just visualize yourself flushing the performance, letting it go, or you can go to the toilet and flush the toilet, or
Hmm.
you can write something on a toilet tissue, maybe the competition,
Hmm.
put it in there, and then flush that down. And those are
Yeah.
all actual physical triggers for you
Hmm.
to let go of that performance. And then the last step, final step, is to ask yourself, what's important
Or
now?
now. Yeah.
And then
I love
take
that
that
one.
action. And it's never to keep shitting on yourself or
Yeah.
how you performed.
Yeah.
That could be to go and have
Hmm.
beers with your mates. That could be
Yeah.
go and support your teammates. Right? You've
Yeah.
learned from it. You've done the learning. You know, let it go.
Yeah.
Let that shit go and take the action to get better. And I have a
Hmm.
great example of this. I had a client, still work with this guy, Saul. We've been working together for like, I don't know, like 5 years, four
Hmm.
years, lot of years now. And he went to Fight to Win, got into his position 50-50 and got countered
Hmm.
by JC
No.
Cavalcante, who actually ended up being one of my clients as well years later.
Yeah. Hmm.
Done that shit to somebody on Who's Number One again.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But because we talked about this flushing, by the
Right.
time I woke up, like, 4 hours later, I already had his World Better How in my WhatsApp.
Mm. Yeah.
And the Monday, he trained on the Sunday, competed on Sunday, and then
Yeah.
Monday, he flew across the country and he was working on his 50-50 position. That was his
Yeah.
how. And for the whole week, he worked on that.
Yeah.
Boom,
Mhm.
mindset shift. Didn't,
Yeah.
complain and moan and,
Hmm.
dwell
Yeah.
on the mistake. He just got to work. But it's
Yeah.
because he had a process to flush it and actually learn from it and then take the action to make
Yeah.
himself better, which kind of encapsulates what you were talking about.
Yeah. And I think like it's just such an op. You have to remember the word opportunity. It's such an opportunity for you to get better, or it's an opportunity for you to fucking sulk and be sad. Sulk and be sad. All good. It's still energy, and where do you want to focus the energy?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I confront that a lot. Like so many, like I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and I was like, I'm really good at losing. Like I like lose, and I'm like, I'm gonna be pissed for sure for like at least 5-10 minutes, but immediately I'm like, I flush everything out of my brain. So funny you say flush. I like just drop, brain dump everything, and I'm like, all right, what can I just like focus on right now to get better? Like, and I like the numbers that you gave, like 3 good things and only 1 bad thing. I'm usually like 75 bad things, 1 good thing. So I like that. But then just like really just being able to like open to like I can get better right now if I really want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think you know me in this way. It's like I love to enjoy my life, and I'm gonna enjoy my life. Like you're gonna sit here and just be sad. Like we're in fucking California on Who's Number One. Like, am I gonna cry about it, or are we gonna go to this like top 10 French bakery and enjoy some baked goods? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Damn
Like,
right. The
and
attitude you take is a decision you make.
100%. And it's like, dude, the people around you and stuff like that. Like, if those people are looking at you like shit, same shit we said before. Check your circle. You know what I mean? Because like those should not be the people you have around you if they can't support you when you lose. You know, and yeah, sometimes it's like they say something and you like take it really personal. Don't take it personal. Don't make assumptions. You know what I mean? Just like let it go. Like just that's I think that's what makes us malleable to like get to the next level. So shout out to Saul, and I do that a lot too, and I've lost a lot these last couple of years, and every single loss I feel like it's been like lose, grow, lose, like exponentially, because I'm just like immediately after I lose, what are the things I need to work on, and just transforming that energy that I have into like a true medium, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the 5-10 minute rule. I've used that before in general
Mhm,
life. If I've got this rule with myself, my partner has it. We have this rule for our clients. It's
mhm,
no BCD, no BCD, no blaming, no complaining, no
mhm.
getting defensive,
Yeah. Yeah.
ever. And if I do that, if I get to that BCD mode, I give myself 5 minutes and I put a freaking timer on. I put
Mm,
5 minutes, I can piss and moan about this, and then we need to serve a solution. Because nobody
agreed.
wants to be around a fucking moaner. I
No,
was,
that's not.
hey, what this and that, and oh, poor me, poor me. No, fuck all that. You need to, things get tough. We get kicked in the teeth by life time and time and time again. But you need to sometimes serve a solution. So if you imagine
Yeah.
this as a tennis match, you're
Yeah.
watching tennis and they serve the ball in tennis, right?
Hmm, hmm.
Imagine watching a tennis match and they're just bouncing the ball. They bounce, 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 bounce. If that would be the sport, it would be the most boring sport in the world. Nobody would watch. At
Yeah.
some point, you need to serve the fucking ball. I need to serve a solution,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
So
Mhm.
we cannot be complaining. And me and my, again, bring my partner into this. When we sometimes we get to complaining, it's just a natural thing. And I try and do this
Yeah,
with my
for sure.
friends. I ask them, it's like, do you want me to listen or do you want me to help her find a solution?
Dude, I'm the same way. I'm like, do you want us to do something about this, or do you want me to just yeah,
And sometimes it's okay, as long as
yeah,
it's not
for
hours and
sure.
hours on
For
hours. And
sure.
then I
Yeah.
might go like, hey, maybe we'll put a timer on and then we'll give it
Yeah.
10 minutes. You feel your feelings, which is important.
Mhm.
We're not saying here that just be a robot and don't have emotions. Feel
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah, be upset. Feel free to cry. Feel
Yeah.
to be emotional, but then turn that into something positive. That's what we're
Yeah.
saying here, right?
Mhm.
It's
For
okay to
sure.
be upset that you lost. You've spent a whole camp, you spend money,
Mhm.
you spend, time and effort, early mornings, time away from your family,
Yeah.
right? You are allowed to be upset when you don't get the result that you want,
Yeah.
but you're not allowed to keep complaining about it and carrying that with you like a bag of bricks
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You need to find a way to find a solution. And that's why that World Better How is helpful because you can find solutions, you
Mhm.
can objectively reflect on the performance, but maybe before that, before you're ready to do that, you give yourself 5-10 minutes just to feel, be upset, be by
Yeah.
yourself, go, hey, just leave me by myself for here. And I've done
Yep.
that before. I just go,
Yep.
hey, give me a
Mhm.
moment. I'll go here. And then once that goes, I'll take a breath. Then I go and enjoy my time. And then
Yeah.
maybe after the tournament is done, I'll go and, I'll do my World Better How and
Yeah.
let it go. Maybe watch the footage back and, do more
Mhm.
in-depth thing. And then I'll move on.
Yeah.
But there's a
Yeah.
couple of tools that you can kind of bounce back from those.
Mhm. Word. Agreed.
Thank you for watching the video. This video was a short clip from a longer conversation that I had with Renee Souza, where we answered the most common questions that BJJ athletes and competitors have when they go and compete. So if you want to win more matches and perform better on the competition mats, just click this video here and you can see that full conversation.